A Green Country woman is thankful tonight that her father is going to be released from the Oklahoma Forensic Center in Veneta and moved to a VA hospital in Claremore.
He was arrested in March of 2021 for having a stolen car, but his daughter says he has Alzheimer's and thought the car was his. He was declared incompetent to stand trial and sent to Veneta until his daughter contacted News on 6 to investigate. News on 6's Ashlyn Brothers has been working on this case for weeks now. Ashlyn?
Lori and Craig, Jack Coppola's daughter says it's a huge injustice that her father was sent to a facility that deals with the mentally ill instead of a nursing home. And now with all these months away from his family, she's worried his condition has gotten much worse. Jack Coppola is 67 years old, and his family says he's been diagnosed with late-stage Alzheimer's.
There he is. This is the person that he was.
Jack is a veteran of both the Navy and Army, and his daughter says while serving in the Army, he suffered a traumatic brain injury. All that is hard enough for a family.
I love you, Dad. And thank you for being who you are.
But when they heard he got arrested in someone else's car just because he wanted a hamburger and shake, they were sure the judge and DA would send him to a memory care facility. Even the officer wrote in his arrest report Jack didn't understand why he was pulled over or where he'd last stopped.
You could obviously tell that something was wrong.
But instead, Jack sat in a jail cell in Stillwater for months. Then he was declared incompetent to stand trial and sent to the Oklahoma Forensic Center.
We can't just go and visit when we want to.
For months, the Department of Mental Health sent the exact same form letter to the judge saying Jack was receiving medication, group therapy, and competency restoration treatment. His daughter says it's ridiculous because he was never going to become competent because he's not mentally ill. He's got Alzheimer's.
This is a problem. This is a problem. And he has declined greatly. He can't even speak a full sentence.
To make matters worse, she says while in the forensic center, her dad had a heart attack and got COVID and was hospitalized for both. But she wasn't told any of this until afterward.
My dad can't tell me, he can't call me. I don't get any communication anymore about anything.
She says she never heard back from Jack's public defender, and when I called, he never got back to me either. I called the Department of Mental Health and they agreed Jack was likely in the wrong facility, but said it was up to DHS. The Payne County DA told me she was at the mercy of DHS. I called DHS, but they never called me back. Finally, after weeks of calls, a Payne County judge decided today to release Jack to a VA nursing home in Claremore, and this was his daughter's reaction when I told her.
I appreciate all the help and everything that you guys have given. Thank you guys. I knew if anybody could, I knew you guys could.
She tells us she's relieved he's finally going to be in a facility where he can be made comfortable and she can see him, especially with Christmas just 2 weeks away, even though he no longer knows who she is. Ashlyn Brothers, Oklahoma's own News on 6.